Everyone thinks the FX6 is a bargain no-brainer, but here's the thing, it can be the best $64 you spend or the most frustrating piece of plastic on your helmet. Because in real-world riding, the FX6 nails the basics and stumbles in a few spots nobody mentions. I spent 2 weeks testing it across daily commutes, a 120-mile weekend group ride, and a couple of rainy evenings to see if this 4.3-star budget intercom is actually ride-ready. The claims, Bluetooth 5.0 up to 6 riders, 1,000 meters, noise-canceling, 10-hour battery. Sounds great, but what matters is how it behaves on your helmet at your speed with your crew. And that's where it gets interesting. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up, if you're already leaning yes and want it at the best current price, the link is below. But hang tight because what I found could save you time, money, and a headache on your next ride. Here's why I even grabbed the FX6. I commute about 45 minutes each way, then hit weekend rides with 4 friends. I needed something that could handle GPS prompts, occasional calls, and group chat without costing as much as a set of tires. I've tried a couple of no-name intercoms that promised the world and delivered dropouts, mushy buttons, and batteries that died by lunchtime. I've also ridden with a premium unit that was fantastic and north of $200, so I went into the FX6 skeptical but hopeful. At 63.99, if it could be clear at 60 to 70 mph, keep us connected within a reasonable distance, and not freak out in rain, that would be a win. First, install and setup. Out of the box, you get a clamp mount and an adhesive mount, 40mm speakers, a boom mic for open modular lids, and a wired mic for full face. I put it on a shoey full face. Install took me 12 minutes. Tip: position the speakers dead center over your ear canal and use the included spacers to bring them closer. That single tweak added what felt like 20 to 30% more volume. Pairing to my phone was instant with Bluetooth 5.0 and music GPS started without drama. Pairing rider-to-rider also worked, but the group pairing sequence took patience. It connected but not first try every time. Here's where it gets interesting. Once linked, it stayed linked better than I expected at this price. City commute test. At 35 to 50 mph, music was clean with decent mids and enough bass to feel full, not boomy. Calls were surprisingly natural. The CVC noise reduction and windproof mic did their job. The person on the other end said I sounded like I was in a car up to about 55 mph. At 65 mph with a quiet helmet and foam plugs, I had to push volume near max. Still usable, but if your bike is loud, you'll want to focus on ceiling and speaker placement. GPS prompts cut in clearly and didn't stomp on the music as aggressively as some budget sets. Highway and group intercom test. We ran 4 riders, all with FX series units. Fodsports advertises up to 6 riders and 1,000 meters in ideal conditions. In the real world, we consistently held a clear link inside 300 to 500 meters with line of sight. Stretching to 700 to 800 meters was possible on straight, open highway, but voice quality thinned and occasional pops crept in. Drop behind traffic or put a couple of semis between riders and the intercom can stumble. It auto-reconnected most of the time, but a manual tap once or twice per ride wasn't unusual. At 70 to 75 mph, voice chat was still intelligible, just not hi-fi. Is it Sena or Cardo Mesh? No. Is it good enough for handoff calls like left at the next exit? Yep, universal pairing. I tested with a friend on a different brand. Yes, you can connect, but it's not as seamless as same brand. Cross-brand intercom worked, but we occasionally had to reinitiate after brief dropouts, and group chat with mixed brands added complexity. If your whole group runs Fodsports, life is much easier. Battery and weather. The claim is up to 10 hours talk music and 300 hours standby. On a 9.5-hour day that included 4 hours of intercom, 3 hours of music, and 2.5 hours of standby, it made it home with a little left. Charging took about 2.5 hours, and the dedicated charging port meant I could top off from a power bank during lunch without removing it. We rode through a steady drizzle for 40 minutes and a heavier rain for 15. No issues, no water ingress, buttons kept working. Speaking of buttons, the main one is big and glove-friendly. With bulky winter gloves, I missed a press once or twice, but the tactile click helps. Sound and mic quality. Those 40mm drivers are voiced for clarity. Vocals and podcasts shine. Bass is present but not earth-shaking. If you want club-level thump, you'll be disappointed. For phone calls, the wind noise-proof mic plus CVC punched above its weight. A friend had no idea I was on a bike until wind gusts hit at 70 plus. Now the unexpected discovery. The biggest factor in whether the FX6 feels amazing or annoying is not the advertised 1,000-meter range. It's your group topology and your speaker placement. Keep riders within 300 to 500 meters in line of sight and it feels rock solid for the price. Let the group accordion too far or tuck behind traffic and you'll chase reconnections. Also, if you take 2 extra minutes to align the speakers and bring them close to your ears, the volume jumps dramatically, suddenly making 70 mph with earplugs much more comfortable. I sunk 2 weeks into this because I wanted to see if a sub-70 unit could hold its own. Against premium alternatives, the FX6 lacks mesh networking, fancy app control, and audiophile-grade drivers. But compared to other budget sets and even some older mid-range options, it competes hard. For 63.99 and a 4.3-star track record, it's not too good to be true, it's good within clear boundaries. If you need effortless cross-brand groups, maximum range in hills and urban canyons, or booming audio at triple-digit speeds, you should spend more. If you ride mostly with 1 to 4 buddies on similar units and you prioritize calls, GPS, and straightforward intercom over bells and whistles, the FX6 delivers. Now that you know the real-world sweet spot and the limitations, this becomes a simple decision. If it fits your ride style, grab it while the price is low. It tends to fluctuate and coupons come and go. Links in the description for the best current deal so you're set for your next group ride. Bottom line, the Fodsports FX6 is a value play that actually holds up. Commuters, casual weekend groups up to 6 within 500 meters, and budget-conscious riders will get a clear, reliable connection, solid battery life, and weather-ready performance. Audiophiles, riders at consistently high speeds on loud bikes, or mixed-brand groups chasing mesh convenience should look higher up the ladder. For everyone else, this is the budget intercom that finally feels like a keeper. Spend your ride talking to your friends, not swearing at your headset.